And we're back again in Hagenstedt Vorfach or Vierfach, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Last time we did some harvesting. I finished off screen, and we got 45,000 litres of barley. Now we're going to clean up the straw and hopefully give it to the pigs. And if the pigs don't want it all, we can just store the rest. I put away the other two Fords for the time being. They'll be back out soon to reseed this field. I'll probably only use one of them. And I suppose let's get going straight away. There's no need to delay it anymore. I forgot to mention that I do have the White's farm forks. It'd help if I didn't have them selected so that I could turn on the forage wagon. So off we go. Again, I'm gonna try not to use cruise control as much as possible in this series, so and to try and learn to drive better without it. So this could end up me having to do a couple of passes off camera just to clean up the last bits, or I might just leave them. I don't know yet, but we'll see how this goes. So you can see we've got 10 pigs now, and I think the limit on this map is 200. I'm not sure, I haven't ever hit it. To be honest, this is the first time I've played this map properly. I did it a bit before and just kind of... I made the mistake of using a tiny harvester and attacking field 60 something. The giant field of canola was one of my first targets, and that was a mistake because that just... I might set off the barley and hope that we get enough to buy a second harvester so that we can get something resembling constant harvesting and faster harvesting. But you know, at the same time, it's very hard to get this fields that size done quickly with 5 or 10 meter heads, so when it comes to that, I will just course play the harvesting and try to get something else done at the same time. Maybe I'll course play the harvesting and a collection of both the... what are they? Kind of came off load status. The 8640s? Yeah, the 8640s. I might just courseplay the two of them to bring it to the other farm. And hope the TF78 has enough fuel and oil, because it can run out of oil. So that could be an interesting one. I do have pallet forks, I lie. I bought pallet forks to bring the Karcher power washer to the farmyard before I started because everything was dirty already. But yeah, I'm gonna have to... I want to do as much of this manually as I can, but I'm not gonna manually harvest those giant fields. I'll do the potato field. Yes, is it potato? Yeah, the potato field, because I mean the giant potato harvester should be big enough that it doesn't take a month. But yeah, I might still courseplay that off screen. I didn't courseplay this off screen, by the way. I just kind of got a bit better at driving, and I missed a bit still, but you'll see it just... it's not quite in the view distance yet. There's a bit over at that side, just a bit down here, that I did miss on my final pass. There it is. That's gonna stay like that. I'm not gonna come out and fix that. Mainly because the harvester drinks fuel and it's really not worth my time or the money that it'll cost to do it. Other than that, you know, it finished completely uneventfully. I kind of knew it would before it's derped a bit, but nothing really major there. Why isn't it picking up that? Oh yeah, I need to take these forks off because I get confused if it hits 92% the whole time and it stops. I had the forks on just for show. I completely forgot that I do have alt tip installed, which is why it's constantly telling me, oh look, there's a emptying point here and here and here and here and here. That's a mild annoyance. I kinda wish it didn't do that, but there's not a whole lot I can do to fix it, I don't think. Short of going in and recoding it, there's nothing I can do, and I'm not going to recode it. I'm just gonna drop the forks here for now. There we go. 100%. I think the pigs should take the majority of this. Straw is accepted here, because I always put it in with one of these. I am used to the pig mod. I almost always go for pigs first, before cows. And because the cows are so close, I might actually go for cows as well. And a lot of them. Is that a horseshoe in here? Hang on. Yes, it was. That's the first time I've seen a horseshoe inside a non-vanilla thing. There's another one. It's the first time I've seen horseshoes inside something that's non-vanilla. And it does kind of show that whoever did edit this map, whoever did make it, will make the extension, really thought it through and put, like, horseshoes aren't necessary, but they put them back in. And my mother's brought the cat in downstairs, so sorry if you could hear that. But I wish she'd stop shouting. Whoever edited this map really put the time and effort in to make sure it was as good as it could get. I mean, I've played other Hagenstead edits, and one of them, I'm not going to name the map, but whoever did it decided that where the chickens are on this map was a really good place to have a field, which, yeah, it kind of is, it's just wasted space. But whoever did it forgot to take off the collision map from the rocks. So I was going to play that map, and I tested it a small bit and found that no, you can't harvest this field because whoever did it was a bit negligent and a bit lazy. It seems that all they did was change the crop on that area from grass to, I believe it was wheat. Yeah, wheat they changed it to. And they completely negated, you know, they didn't bother changing the collision maps. So that map, for me, became unplayable because it was just, you know, I could have played it and I could have come on and explained, oh yeah, you forgot to change the collision map. I don't want a map that somebody hasn't put the time into to make sure it's right. I mean, I'm putting, it might not seem like it, but I'm putting a lot of time into these videos to make sure that they're right and to make sure that they're of a quality that I'm happy with. And quite frankly, sometimes they are. Yeah, I prefer them to be of a higher quality, but it's a balance that I have to play if I want videos to go up more or less daily. I'm going to try and get the videos out at about 4 PM every day, within 10 or 20 minutes of that anyway. But you know, when Farm Sim 15 comes out, I'll probably play one or both of the vanilla maps. I'll have a look at forestry in a test version of one of them, just to see how well it works and if it works. And to be fair, Giants do tend to do a very good job with their vehicles and their scripts and their alterations. I mean, this forage harvester this forage wagon, the Chrome Turbo 2500. This was made by Giants, and I haven't really had too many problems with it, other than, you know, it not connecting to some things. The titanium equipment always annoys me just a bit, because for some reason it doesn't attach to this kind of attacher. It only attaches to dollies, the likes of the Chrome Emsland, isn't it? Yeah, the Chrome Emsland. It will only attach to those kind of trailers, and that really irks me, because other than that, those cases that were introduced in titanium are fantastic, and I will be getting them eventually. But come on, you don't have any vehicles nowadays that can't attach to ball socket trailers. You don't have any that are solely pin hitch, because there aren't many pin hitch trailers. I mean, even in Ireland, the majority of trailers I've seen are ball and socket, just like this one. Pin hitches, yeah, they're there, but you don't see them that often, and you don't see them anywhere that often, unless you're carrying a very old load or a bit of a strange trailer. They're just not there. I'm nearly full again. This is going a lot faster than I expected. I kind of half expected to be almost there, and kind of towards the end of the video I'd be saying, oh, I'm not going to finish this up today, I'm going to have to go off screen and finish it, because that's all I'd planned for this video. I'm going to have to come up with something on the fly, it looks like. That's going to be an interesting one. If you didn't guess before, I do live in Ireland, which is why I've got terrible internet. And a disturbing... there was an incident last night that I found disturbing and really, really annoyed me. The Broadcasting Authority here, which regulates television and radio, made... I don't like politics and going into politics in YouTube videos. I don't like people who do it in Let's Plays, but this is something that it's very close to my heart, and I really do have to talk about it. The Broadcasting Authority made an announcement last night, a decision. A radio show in Ireland had a pro-gay marriage segment. Now, there is going to be a referendum, which basically means that Ireland's going to vote on whether or not it wants gay marriage at some point early next year. And a radio show, despite it not being in the referendum campaign yet, had a pro-gay marriage segment, which, in this day and age, I think all gay marriage segments should be pro-gay marriage. I don't see any reason why not. If you're against it, fine, that's your opinion. You're wrong, but it's your opinion, you're entitled to it. If you are against it based on religious reasons, again, you're wrong. I've looked at the Bible, I've looked at these religious texts, and nowhere does it say, oh, being gay is wrong. Yes, the Bible does have a passage which says, I can't remember the exact wording, but it is something to do with lying with another man is a sin. But when the Bible was written, another man meant another human. So all sex is the same. So you can't complain about gay marriage or gays based on that. I'm looking at you, Westboro Baptist Church. But the segment was pro-gay marriage. I'm going to go back to this now because I got sidetracked. It was pro-gay marriage and there were complaints. And there are always going to be complaints. And I don't mind complaints. I don't mind complaints because people have opinions. And whether they're right or wrong, they're entitled to air their grievances. But what really, really annoyed me, and this really genuinely got me angry last night when I found out and when I heard it, the Broadcasting Authority said, actually, you're not allowed to have any pro-gay marriage segments because it's a controversial issue and it should be a balanced debate. Now, arguably, yes, it should be a balanced debate, but in this day and age, is it really a good idea to give homophobes a soapbox just because there's an issue they don't like? On the flip side, if there was something to do with, if there was a segment on a radio show to do with straight marriage, if a presenter was getting married, would these same people have the same problems? If a gay person said, no, we have a problem with this because we can't get married and it's discriminatory to have a pro-straight marriage segment on your show but not pro-gay marriage, or not have a gay person to talk about how gay people can't get married, and I'll be honest, I'm gay, and whoop-de-doo, if you've got a problem with it, deal with it. 2014, deal with your problems. If you got a problem, talk to someone. If you got a problem with gay people, that's your problem. I don't see how, if you don't like something, everyone else has to know. I mean, yes, I don't like homophobes. Who does? Who? In my mind, homophobia is racism. It is literally the same as racism. It's hating a group of people for a reason that they have no control over and essentially only exists in your mind. Just look at society for a second. This is getting way more serious than I expected or wanted, but I really have to say this. Look at society. It's perfectly fine to make gay jokes. I don't mind them. I think if they're done tastefully, it's perfectly fine. Hell, I make gay jokes a lot of the time as well about myself, and my friends know that you can make gay jokes and tease me if you want, if it's done tastefully. It's distasteful homophobia and what I do describe as racism that I hate. If you're homophobic and you've got a problem with it, leave. Just go away. I don't want to hear anyone complaining about gay people. Unless it's, gay people are discriminated against unfairly. That's fine, you can complain about that. If you've got a problem with people being gay, deal with it. It's your problem. Don't come up to me and say, I've got a problem with you because you're gay. Why? Why is that a problem to me? Why is that my problem? Why do I have to listen to it? It's your problem. Deal with it. I'm not going to... I can accept a debate. I do occasionally talk to homophobes and say, well, why do you have a problem with it? Because it's unnatural. Well, do you see marriage as natural then? And if they say yes, I say they're wrong. How many animals get married? Humans and what? And you can say, we're different from animals. How? How are we different from animals? We have smaller brains than most of them. Yes, we're sentient, we're intelligent, but that doesn't make us any different from animals. It just means that we got lucky in our gene pool and in evolution. Also, if you don't believe in evolution, you're a moron. It is a fact. But look, I'm just getting angry and frustrated at the thought of homophobes and these morons who try to force their ideas on others. And I know that's what I'm doing, but in my mind, my ideals are modern, non-discriminatory. But I suppose that's just from my point of view. Anyway, I'm going to call it here because we've gone over 20 minutes. So take it easy, keep it classy, and stay safe.